Hey guys, my name is Octoman and today I want to create a dynamic save system using PlayerPrefs. If you have seen my level select and unlock system tutorial, you may wonder how can you do that? How can you automatically save the unlocked level and the score, because I was just using a simple timer in my video to show you how to unlock one of them, but it wasn't a good way to do so. So we are going to do that automatically today. So let's get started. At first, you may remember from that video that you are able in the level manager to select how many of that levels you want to create. So in my case, I just have 7 levels in here prepared to be used. The deal is with the timer script, I'm going to open this one, is that we just set in level 1, we just set the integer to unlock level 2 when we're entering this one, and also we set the score at start. The problem with that is it is not useful, basically not useful, because I would need to create every time a new script to change this and have to add this script the whole time in any of my levels and have to change that part of the script at any level also, or even if I would store this one in any value in any public variable and send this one in here, I would also need to go into every level and don't forget to change that variable, and I want to avoid this one. So let's start with that. I just go over and use the timer anyways, because I want to get back to the application.new.level, my new menu. Basically, this is my this menu in here. And what I want to make sure is that it's all that stuff which I wrote in here hard-coded. Basically, I want to make this one dynamic. Now, I also want to go and over and again try to explain PlayerPrefs and what they are doing. Because some people seem to have problems with that, and I want to make sure that I explain this one pretty quick. So what we don't need update, we don't need this line in here, so make sure you have everything right. It doesn't matter where you or how you create your save score stuff. I just did that to set any score, for example. So make sure that you set all your scores and all your saving stuff and so on. Set this up wherever you need it. You don't need a timer. You don't need an enumerator. It's just for showing. So what you want to do is when your level is completed or the player is hitting something, then you call then you get the score, whatever the player just have its score, and use this score from any point. If you have a game manager object or whatever, or level manager object, a game manager, then make sure that you store all that information somewhere where you always go over and need it. And also make sure that when the game is already over and you have score inside, then you save this and also unlock the next level when it's needed. So, okay, let's get started with the save, with the save stuff here. The only thing you need to do by hand is you need to determine how many levels do you have. So if you are creating your level with your level manager and you do it like I do, then you need just to enter that value in here. So if you change any time, you have 7, or you start with 7 levels and later on you decide to create 10, then you need to change that. This is the only value you need to change in that script. So to do this properly, we better do it private. So it will always stay at what you set it, and you don't have to go into any level again and change that by hand. Just because we are going to do that private, and that will not ever change except you change it in the private variable. And this is going to be the level amount. So we will have a level amount, and this is going to be of type integer. So we just set this one to 7. the 7 is going to be the indicator for the 7 levels I have in my level manager in my in this system. And also I need another private variable which is also of type int, and this is just going to store the current level we are in. We don't set this one to anything, so it will just be 0 at start, or null, no, not null, but 0 I believe. But we don't need to do anything because this is going to be filled with content automatically. So let's get started with the first function. The first function will just be of type void, and I just call this function check current level. So this means this function has to check automatically when in which level we are. How can we do that? The best and fastest way is using a for loop. The for loop contains an integer of with a name I, and we set this one to 1 because the first level will have the name level 1, not level 0. So we start at 1. The next one is we want to check while the I is smaller than the level amount we just set to 7. Then we want to go over and increment I. That's what the for loop is just easily doing in here. Then once we have set this one up, we want to check if the application, this is going to be obsolete by the way in Unity 5.3 and over, so make sure it still works in Unity 5.3 and up, but make sure that you maybe go over and use a scene manager later on. Okay, so application.the loaded level name. When the application.loaded level name is going to be equal to a string name of level plus I. So if we are in level 1, we want to check the scene name. If the scene name is level plus I and we are in 1, then this will be a string variable of level 1. And if you are going into your scenes, where is it? In here, I have a level which is called level 1. Also, I have a level 2 in here. So, they are easily to create. I didn't do much in there. So, in those boss needs to be spelled 100% correctly with a big L and a number. Nothing in between, except you want that, then you have to change the whole thing. Also in your level manager. From my unlock system. So, and if this is the case, so if we are in, and we need to say it like this, so if this is name of the current level we are in is going to be level 1 in this case, then we do something. And what do we want to do is we want to store in which level we are. And this is what we're going to do in current level is going to be equal to I. So we set the current level in to the number which is fitting the level of the loaded level. So I hope you got that. That's pretty simple, I believe. So and if this is happening, then we want to start another function. So I'm gonna leave a space in here for my just to know. So what we want to start is another function. We can also do everything in one function, but I want to make sure that you understand what we are doing here. So I create a new function called save my game. This needs to be another type of void again. And what we want to do in here is we want to create a temporary integer variable, and we call this one next level. This will be every time I load the next level or save a level, it will automatically be created new and will be calculated new depending on current level I. So what we or on the current level number. So the next level is automatically 1 higher than the current level is. So if current level is equal to 1, the next level will be automatically level 2. So what we say is current level plus equals just plus 1. So now we have next level. What do we need next level for is basically we want to unlock the next level when we are saving that and when we have won the game or won this round. So to do so, we easily can say at first we want to check if the next level is going to be smaller than the level amount, so we have no overflow later on. Then we will go over and save all that stuff. At first, we can determine what we want to do at first. In my case, I go and set the unlocking at first. So what I want to do is, I say PlayerPrefs, so as we have done before in here, but we want to create this one dynamically and change this dynamically depending on in which level we are and depending on in which level we want to unlock. So PlayerPrefs.setInt, so we set the integer to the unlocked integer, which has to be 1 within a name or within a string key. The first value is the key where we set the value into, so we have the connection to that. And this contains at first the level name, which is just level, and the second one needs to be the number behind the name of the level. In the first case it should be or will be level 1. So we want to say this is going to be a level plus. The plus means it will be added to that string value. And then what we want to take is, we want to take next level, which would be, if we currently at level 1, it would be automatically level 2, and the next level we would unlock would be level 2, because next level is 2. But we cannot do this, do it like that, because we need to convert the next level to a string value. So we say next level dot to string. So we convert this integer, because next level is an integer, to a string variable. And also we want let me just check this one pretty quick. Yeah, and what we want to say is comma 1. So the 1 means we unlock this level with that number and set this one to 1. So unlock this and make this one active. Unlock next level. That's what it does. So the next line is going to be, we want to save the score for the current level. So we want to say PlayerPrefs dot setInt, and here we are going to do almost the same. Again, the name for the level plus, then we want to take the current level we are in, which is, if we are in level 1, it will be just 1, depending on what the for loop has set this one and was found. A dot to string, those thing is in here, then another plus. So with another plus we can add another string value or any other thing, but we need to make sure that we write this inside of a string. Then we say underscore score, and then we want to save the score, so we say comma, and then we take the score, not scare, and send this score value into whatever the level score is currently. And in my case, score is going to be 5,500. So with that done, we unlock the next level if we are taking or choosing the check level and we are getting the current level I. So what we need to do is, after getting the current level, whichever it is, we will go and start save my game like this. So once we have done that, we will go through save my game, get a new integer for the next level, which will be calculated by the current level. Then we will check if we are not higher than the maximum level amount. And then we go and unlock the next level because we have 1. So this only works basically if you have 1. And then we also want to save the score. But we need to make sure if we don't, if we are not, or if we are next level is the same as level amount, so in the last level, then we only want to save the score, because there is no next level to unlock. So we just take this one in here, copy it, and paste this one once again in this. So we can save the score in here too, after the else statement in here. But we don't need to unlock anything in here. Don't forget to save that script. So now, when I would just go over and win my game, no matter where and how, you can even do that from a button. I do that in start. So I call from start, I just call the check current level function. So check current level, like this. Then I start the coroutine as I have done before, just to make sure that I get back to the new menu. You have to do that in any way you want and any way you need. I'm gonna go over and save all that stuff again. So what I can do right now is I can go into my level manager script pretty quick once again. In my case it's level manager new. I delete the currently PlayerPrefs. You don't have to do that. Start the game pretty quick. There we go. So everything is cleared off. So now I get rid of that delete all once again. Gonna save the script once again. And what I want to do right now is want to test that stuff. So what would happen if I select the first level in here is it would load the level. Then all that currently done stuff will, so level check would be gone through. Then it would check which level name do I have, as we just written in the code. Would check what is the level name we just loaded. In my case, it would have the name level 1. So we would get a current level of 1. Then we would save the game. We calculate next level, which is level 2. Then we would go over and unlock level 2 because we are at level 1. Same. Then we would store the current score we just have in level 1, which is the current level. And the score I just set in here hard-coded. You will have to change this later on depending on what the score is. And then take the current score the player has and save this one. And if we are at the same level amount, like next level is going to be 7 and level amount is going to be 7, then only save the score for the 7th level because it's going to be the last level. So now I press the 1, I will be in level 1. In 2 seconds I will be back. I got my 5,500 points or score, so I unlocked the second level, and also I got the 2 stars as I just explained in the unlock level system. Now I can go to level 2 because I unlocked this one. I have to wait and I will get the same score because it's the same level and the same timer is added to the camera, and I will get the same score. So make sure that you change that score by script later on. So maybe you want to make this one public so you can access this from outside and change this one depending on what you need in your game. Okay, so now you have a dynamic save and unlock system by using the PlayerPrefs. Now I could go over and load the 3rd level, but the problem is I don't have any 3rd level, so I would get an error would say no thanks, there is no 3rd level, so you cannot load this one. Also, those 2 levels in here, level 1 and level 2, need to be, same with your menu, need to be in here in your scenes to build or scenes in build. So make sure all of that is written right. The levels are named level 1, level 2, level 3 and so on and so forth, and then everything will work automatically and you don't have to change anything except the level amount depending on how many level you will have later on, and you can always go in there and change this to any value later on. So make sure you do that. Okay, I hope I explained this one pretty good and it's, yeah, understandable in any way. So if it was helpful in any way for you, then make sure that you subscribe to my channel, rate this, so sum this one up it was, and of course if you have any questions about that, feel free to ask me that by using private messages or just under the video in the in the comments. So see you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.